Hello everyone, welcome to Tarun Tutorials. The topic which we are going to discuss today is half-wave rectifier. Half-wave rectifier. In half-wave rectifier, the rectifier is on only during one half cycle of the AC supply. So output is produced only in that half cycle. The output is suppressed in other half cycle. The conduction takes place only in one half cycle of supply. Hence, the name of this circuit is half-wave rectifier. The circuit configuration of half-wave rectifier is shown in the figure. Is the input step-down transformer. RL is the load resistance. The resistance of the diode in the on state be RF and let the resistance of the secondary winding be RS. Why the name half-wave rectifier? This circuit is called as half-wave rectifier because it delivers power to the load during one half cycle of the AC supply voltage. Operation of half-wave rectifier. Operation in the positive half cycle of AC supply, that is from 0 to pi. In the positive half cycle 0 to pi of AC supply, the secondary voltage VAB is positive, that is A is positive with respect to B. Hence the diode is forward biased and starts conducting. The equivalent circuit of a half-wave rectifier for the positive half cycle is shown in the figure. As the diode starts conducting, the secondary voltage VAB appears almost as it is across the load resistance, as the voltage drop across a conducting diode is very small. The load voltage is thus positive and almost equal to the instantaneous secondary voltage VAB. The load current has the same shape as that of load voltage since the load is purely resistive. The waveforms of half-wave rectifier are shown in the figure. The instantaneous load current I is equal to the ratio of instantaneous voltage VAB and total resistance RS plus RF plus RL. Therefore, IL is equal to VAB upon RS plus RF plus RL. Operation in the negative half cycle of AC supply, that is from pi to 2 pi. Refer to the equivalent circuit shown in the figure. In the negative half cycle of AC supply pi to 2 pi, secondary voltage VAB is negative, that is A is negative with respect to B. Hence the diode is reverse biased and offers a very high resistance. Hence we can replace it by an open circuited switch. The load is disconnected from the secondary. Hence the load voltage and load current both are 0 and the voltage across the diode is equal to the instantaneous secondary voltage VAB. The waveforms are shown in the figure. Negative half-wave rectifier. In the circuit discussed earlier, the diode is conducting in the positive half cycle, but it is also possible to have a half-wave rectifier which conducts only during the negative half of the AC supply. Such a half-wave rectifier is shown in the figure. It produces a negative DC voltage across the load. Analysis of half-wave rectifier. The important performance parameters of a rectifier are as follows. First, average load current. Second, average load voltage. Third, RMS load current. Fourth, RMS load voltage. Fifth, ripple factor. Sixth, voltage regulation. And seventh, rectification efficiency and TUF. DC or average load current, that is ILDC. By definition, the average value of a periodic function is given by the area under one cycle of the function divided by the base, that is period. Refer to the load current waveform of figure. We have to consider one complete cycle of this waveform from omega t equal to 0 to omega t equal to 2 pi. Now IAV, which is ILDC, is equal to 1 upon 2 pi integration 0 to pi Im sin omega t d omega t, which is equal to minus Im upon 2 pi cos omega t, limits 0 to pi. After putting the limits, we get ILDC, which is equal to minus Im upon 2 pi cos pi minus cos 0. We know the value of cos pi and cos 0, that is minus 1 and minus 1. So we get ILDC is equal to minus Im upon 2 pi minus 1 minus 1, which is minus 2. After cancelling 2 and minus minus plus, we get ILDC equal to Im upon pi, where Im is equal to Vm upon Rs plus Rf plus RL. It is a peak load current. Rf, which is diode forward resistance. Rs, which is transformer secondary resistance. and Vm, which is maximum or peak secondary voltage. DC or average load voltage, VLDC. As the load is purely resistive, the average load voltage is given as VLDC equal to ILDC into RL. Substituting the value of ILDC, we get VLDC is equal to Im upon pi into RL. We know that Im, which is equal to Vm upon Rs plus Rf plus RL. So substituting the value of Im into VLDC, we get VLDC equal to Vm upon pi Rs plus Rf plus RL into RL. Usually Rs and Rf are small as compared to RL. Therefore Rs plus Rf plus RL is equal to RL. Hence equation can be approximated as VLDC is equal to Vm upon pi approximately, where Vm is equal to peak secondary voltage. AC or RMS load current, that is ILRMS, refer to the load current waveform of figure. Consider one complete cycle of load current waveform, that is from 0 to 2 pi. To write ILRMS bracket 1 upon 2 pi integration 0 to pi Im square sin square omega t d omega t bracket close raised to half. After substituting the value of sin square omega t and taking Im square outside, we get ILRMS equal to Im square upon 2 pi integration 0 to pi 1 minus cos 2 omega t upon 2 bracket close d omega t bracket close raised to half. Further on, we get ILRMS equal to Im upon 2 bracket 1 upon pi bracket pi minus half sin 2 pi bracket close raised to half. But sin 2 pi equal to 0. Therefore, we get ILRMS equal to Im upon 2. This is the RMS or effective value of the load current. AC or RMS of load voltage, that is VLRMS. Since the load is purely resistive, the RMS value of load voltage is given by VLRMS equal to ILRMS into RL. We know the value of ILRMS, that is Im upon 2. Therefore, we get VLRMS is equal to Im upon 2 into RL. We also know the value of Im, that is Vm upon Rs plus Rf plus RL. Therefore, substituting the value of Im into the equation of VLRMS, we get VLRMS equal to Vm upon 2 into Rs plus Rf plus RL into RL. But Rs plus Rf is very less than RL. Therefore, we get VLRMS approximately equal to Vm upon 2. Ripple factor. The rectifier output consists of AC as well as DC components. The ripple factor measures percentage of AC component in the rectifier output. The ripple factor indicates how close the rectified output is to the pure ideal DC voltage waveform. So it is figure of merit for the rectifiers. Small values of ripple factor indicate that the rectifier output waveform is close to being pure DC. The ideal value of RF should be 0 and practically it should be as small as possible. Ripple factor is denoted by R. Ripple factor is equal to RMS value of AC component of output divided by DC or average value of the output. Therefore, R is equal to VLRMS square minus VLDC square upon VLDC. Substituting the approximate values, we get R is equal to bracket Vm by 2 the whole square minus Vm by pi the whole square bracket close raised to half upon Vm by pi. After solving, we get R approximately equal to 1.21 or 121%. Equation indicates that the ripple content in the output voltage is 1.21 times the DC component. This is very high value of ripple factor, which indicates that the output of half wave rectifier is no way close to the pure DC voltage. The filter is required to reduce the ripple factor. Voltage regulation. Ideally, the average rectifier output voltage should remain constant, but practically it varies with the changes in the load current. Voltage regulation is defined as voltage regulation is equal to VNL minus VFL upon VFL into 100%, where VNL is equal to average load voltage at no load, that is when RL is equal to infinity. For half wave rectifier, VNL is equal to Vm upon pi. No load voltage is the value of average output voltage at zero load current, and VFL, that is the full load voltage, is the value of average output voltage at the specified maximum load current. And VFL is equal to average load voltage at full load, which is equal to Vm upon pi into RL upon Rs plus Rf plus RL. Substituting the expressions of VNL and VFL in the equation which is mentioned in the previous slide, we get load regulation is equal to Vm upon pi minus into bracket Vm upon pi into RL upon Rs plus Rf plus RL bracket close divided by Vm upon pi into RL upon Rs plus Rf plus RL. After solving, we get load regulation is equal to Vm upon pi into bracket Rs plus Rf plus RL minus RL bracket close divided by Vm upon pi into RL. Therefore, we get voltage regulation is equal to Rs upon Rf upon RL into 100%. Ideally, the load regulation should be 0% and practically it should be as low as possible. A rectifier with lowest value of regulation should be preferred. Why does the output voltage change with the change in IL? Due to reduction in the load resistance RL, load current IL will increase. This will increase the voltage drop across Rs plus Rf as shown in the figure. If the secondary voltage is constant, then VLDC will decrease with increase in the load current as shown in the figure. Rectification efficiency. Rectification efficiency is defined as eta is equal to DC output power upon AC input power, that is PLDC upon PAC. After substituting the values of PLDC and PAC, we get eta is equal to ILDC square RL upon IS RMS square into RS plus RF plus RL. We know the value of ILDC and IS RMS. Therefore, we get eta is equal to Im upon pi the whole square RL upon Im by 2 the whole square into Rs plus Rf plus RL. After solving, we get eta is equal to 4 upon pi square into RL upon Rs plus Rf plus RL. If RL is very greater than Rs plus Rf, then we get the maximum rectification efficiency as eta max is equal to 4 upon pi square, which is equal to 0.4 or 40%. Rectification efficiency of a rectifier indicates the percentage of AC input power actually converted into average load power. Hence, it should be as high as possible. Ideally, the conversion efficiency should be 100% and practically it should be high as possible. But eta max for the half wave rectifier is too small. This is the biggest disadvantage. Transformer utilization factor, that is TUF. The transformer utilization factor indicates how well the input transformer is being utilized. It is defined as the ratio of DC output power to AC power ratings of the transformer, that is TUF is equal to DC output power PDC upon AC power rating of the transformer. Ideal value of TUF is 100 and practically it should be high as possible. The value of TUF is too low for the half wave rectifier. This value of TUF indicates that the transformer is being utilized to only 28.7% of its full capacity. Thus, the transformer is underutilized in the half wave rectifier. Advantages of half wave rectifier. First, simple construction. Second, less number of components are required to be used. Third, small size. Disadvantages of half wave rectifier. First, due to unidirectional current flow through the transformer, there is a possibility of core saturation. To avoid it, transformer size must be increased. Second, ripple factor is high, that is 1.21. Third, low rectification efficiency, that is 40%. Fourth, low TUF, only 28%, which indicates that the transformer is not being used effectively. Applications of half wave rectifier. A half wave rectifier is used in the eliminators for pocket radios or Walkman or in the low cost power supplies. Thank you for watching my video. If you found my content interesting, do like, comment, share, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.